What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode, your favorite podcast. It's the Anything Better podcast with your hosts, Paul Virzi, Bill Burr, and producer, the Greek freak there, Andrew Themlis. And we have another amazing episode for you, which is number what, Andrew? 65.
65.
What do you got? Who's 65? We're in.
65. I was just trying to look them up, man. This is. I'll tell you, it's getting a little rough here.
Oh, the 60s are slim pickings.
Well, I mean, I would think there'd be a Hall of Fame center or something. 65. We got Gary Zimmerman. This is NFL players. Elvin Bethea. Apologies to Elvin. Tom Mack. I'm not familiar with those names. Players: Nate Jones, Trevor May, Phil Hughes, and Mike Holtz.
Oh,
safe
Phil Hughes.
To say if you get called up to the major. Oh, he did something?
Oh, Billy's cutting out.
Oh, no. Don't say I'm cutting out.
Oh, there you go.
Can you hear me?
Something happened. Yeah, you went in slow motion and it went away. Okay. Yeah, the Yankees had that Phil Hughes guy that we refused to we put all our chips in. We refused to trade him. And then he ended up not working out, going to the Twins, and he's out of the league. So,
all right. NBA, ABA players who wore 65. George Ratkovitz. Why don't they have great names like that anymore? What happened to all those? Did they all have daughters and that name just disappeared? He played for the Syracuse Nationals, Paul. Now the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Who gets into a league and goes, yeah, give me 65. Hold 65 for me. It's like
linemen, offensive linemen, the unsung heroes of the offense, Paul.
I know. It's just.
Why do you always get upset with me, Paul, when I try to tell you what's going on, you know?
Because I know the answer. It's just, it's not a number that, you know. It's
what don't you like about offensive linemen?
No, I love offensive linemen, but hey, I've been a Giants fan.
You like the number 65?
I'm a Giants fan, so I'm a little sore on the offensive line the last 10 years.
Oh,
you know? You know?
Hey, speaking of which, Paul, were you watching your New York Yankees?
You know what? Here's the thing. Not only was I watching it, but I knew you were watching it. Without us talking, I felt it was like the force. I felt Bill watching it. I was watching it. And here was my problem. Okay. And it just bugs me. This is what bugged me. I'm watching it. I know Bill's watching it. And when they started chanting Yankees suck, I'm like, okay, you know, we chant shit.
The worst chant in fucking sports. They don't suck. They have 27 championships.
Why don't, that's what I was saying. Why don't, when you're booing a good team, why not like fuck that team? Fuck the. I like.
Well, they all do it, Paul. That's like when you guys were so used to. For some reason, you guys can't get out of the cadence of ba 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 because of 1918.
No, but isn't that a baseball
you guys
cadence?
Came back and said Boston sucks. You couldn't even pick a 2-syllable word. You dumb fuck.
The syllables are so. No, I think it's a baseball thing. The ba ba ba.
It isn't. It isn't. You guys are chimps. And you fucking yelled that rhythm for fucking 70 years at us, and you can't get out of it. You're like Chubby Checker. You sang the twist, and now you're trying to do twist again, like we did last summer.
You know what I didn't like last night was when
Boston sucks. That's how it would be. Da, you dumb fucks.
I want fuck the Red Sox, fuck the Eagles. Like, I don't like the whole, it sucks. They don't suck. They're a professional team. They don't fucking suck. Nobody sucks.
No, they don't suck when you almost have 60 wins before the fucking All-Star break. 60. You might even have 60.
We're 61 and 20.
You know what's annoying me though is when they did the national game, which thank God we fucking showed up. They sat there going like talking about how we lost the first 2 games. They didn't even bring up the fact that our entire starting rotation is in Worcester right now. We started 4 rookies, Paul, at pitching against a team that's number 1 in offense and number 1 in not giving up runs. I mean, we're going up against a juggernaut. And the fact that we only lost by 1, got smoked in the second game is fucking amazing. But these fucking assholes just start the game and they're just like, Boston down 0-2 and a much needed. I'll tell you who's letting himself go, dude, is Alex Cora. He just keeps wearing a bigger fucking Red Sox smock. You could just see it. I'll tell you, it's so weird. Like he's eating sunflower seeds during the game. I don't know what he's eating after there, Paul.
He's not going to age well. You could tell. But what bothered me was when Rizzo, we got caught at third. We got aggressive and we did a hit and run, and he got caught at third. And I remember going, they're starting with a guy on second. A home run ties the game. If they get 2 base hits, we're going to lose this game. And they were like, oh, the Yankees are being aggressive. 2 runs is nothing at Fenway Park. Aaron Boone should know that. So that bothered me. And when you guys got us at third, I knew that there was going to be a problem. And
Paul, you're acting like you're losing the series. You're probably going to win tonight. We got some other fucking guy that was, scratching his ass in Springfield 2 weeks ago.
No, listen, dude,
this is how much better you guys are this year. The first game, you put 50 home runs on the bench. Basically, you had fucking Rizzo and
Judge.
Aaron Judge were sitting there. I'll tell you who I do like. I like that state trooper looking guy who doesn't wear batting gloves, Crawford.
Oh, Matt Carpenter.
Matt Carpenter, there you go, with the savage mustache. They were saying he looks like Don Mattingly. That guy's Ron Guidry all day.
Yeah, he doesn't look like Mattingly.
At all. He's wiry.
Yeah,
that guy looks like he did some other shit before he played baseball. You could see him putting on black gloves and taking out somebody down in the fucking Central America. And now he's got his identity. Now he plays for the fucking Yankees.
This is what happens with the Yankees and Red Sox. The Yankees always have a guy that looked like that, or like not the Grissom, like a Brocious. And you guys always have that fucking long hair guy, that guy that came out looking like Bon Jovi from the fucking bullpen. That kid.
The Metallica guy, yeah.
You guys always have a guy like that, and we always have a guy
Paul, because
like
you know why? Because we treat them like adults. You can wear your hair the way you want to. We don't have this stupid Yankee thing like you just joined the fucking Merchant Marines. It's the stupidest thing. It's, you're not allowed to have a beard. Shut the fuck up.
Well, no, we're allowed to have beards and mustaches.
You're not allowed to have a beard. That's why you dopes have a bunch of mustaches looking like the village people.
Carpenter had
they made him shave it off.
Who?
You're not allowed to have facial hair. You're allowed to have a mustache.
No,
like you're in the Marines or something. You're playing baseball. It's so stupid.
No, you can have a little hair.
We're the New York Yankees. You're going to come here looking like you fucking work for the cops. It's so dumb, dude. They're banging the same whores the Red Sox are banging when they go out to fucking Chicago.
Yeah.
Fucking sitting there acting like you're a cut above. Dude, I got into it with a buddy of mine, another Yankee. All my fucking friends are Yankee fans. He goes, dude, we're the greatest, 27. I go, well, I mean, all right, but it's like you won the lion's share of those before 1960. Like, what are we doing here? I really believe, like, this whole fucking thing is, I think it's more impressive what you've won since free agency, except in the NBA where they just did those pylon teams are fucking ridiculous. But like nowadays, the amount of fucking control that the players have and the fact that they're all friends and try to jump on the same team, then it comes down, I was talking about this in my podcast, it comes down to the weather of your city and the level of pussy. Is like 2 top-tiered things. We're sitting up in Boston with fucking lobster and seafood and shit, Maybe a 6 walks by when you get your bread. I mean, it's difficult.
I don't like that the players have players have a laptop or the players have a tablet. These guys have like tablets of algorithm or whatever it is, statistics. And it's like, that's kind of like shitty. It's like, just go play the game, man.
Dude, how about now, Paul, when you go into the playoffs, if you go in as a wild card team, I might be wrong on this, but you have to win at that point, you have to win 16 playoff games, right? You got to win 3 game series.
They keep adding them. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like winning a Stanley Cup. So you're basically playing potentially 28 fucking playoffs games. And back in the day, if you had the best record in the American League, that was winning the pennant, and you just went right to the World Series. You played 1 series. Earlier, it was best. They used to play best 5 out of 9. How fucking nuts is that? And then they switched it to 4 out of 7. But like, my thing is like the fact that human beings in the 90s and 2000s had to do steroids to break records held by guys that had like during the off season, he lays gravel pavement down.
Yeah.
Like when you look at like the last guy to hit 400 was Ted Williams.
Yeah.
Okay. Nobody has done it since. Before him, someone would do it every 3 years. 20 years before that, like someone would do it almost every year. And before that, like in the 1800s, like 2 or 3 people would do it in a year.
Yeah.
So Ted Williams does it, and then a couple, 2-3 years later, or maybe even a year later, Jackie Robinson comes into the league, and all the Pedros, CC Sabathias, Josh Gibsons, all of them, Sandy Koufax, they probably didn't let Jewish people in the fucking league back then. They all come in, and all of those great hitters you had since them, none of them have been able to do it. And you think about some of those hitters, dude. None of them have been able to do it. The closest I think it was George Brett hit 390. Was the closest anybody. It's just it's a different. There's 30 fucking teams, and I'll tell you right now, dude. Any team today would beat the shit out of any team 100 fucking years ago in any sport. They'd beat the shit out of them. Even if they had the same physiques, like there wasn't nutrition or anything. It's just the sheer knowledge and all the fucking information.
Yeah,
I mean, it was like a Sandlot league. You'd have a guy fucking you're playing a doubleheader. Hey, Paul, you're pitching today. First game? No, the whole day. You're throwing 18 innings, and you just go out there, throw it against Crazy Leg Johnson, who works at fucking Home Depot every other weekend.
Crazy Leg. It's funny you said that because Tony Gwynn, rest his soul. Tony Gwynn goes, dude, when I played baseball, one guy threw 98. Now everybody coming out of the pen is 101, 99. This guy's got a fucking 98-mile-an-hour slider. Like and they have
there's dads
7, 8, 9. Yeah,
there's fathers out there living some dream through their 8-year-old son that probably know more about today's MLB. They have more statistics in their fucking head and at their grasp with the laptop than any scout 100 years ago. It's fucking insane. And then they have all of these, dude. They send them to like fucking camps. Teach a kid how to throw a fucking curveball. Like it's insane. I saw a guy the other night. I actually retweeted it. I never seen a ball move like this.
Oh, I saw that. I saw what you posted.
Dude, it came in and then went back out towards the hitter. A left-handed hitter. It broke right and then went left. And then it's like, what the fuck?
I saw that. And we got a guy, King. Whose curveball literally and Lucas was just like, that's like a wiffle ball. Like it's nuts what they do now.
Who's that guy? I love that guy that you guys have that pitched the second game that literally looks like some dad that be eating ice cream out of like one of those plastic helmets you get on helmet day.
Oh, is it Nestor Cortez? He got a mustache or no?
Oh my God. I love that guy.
Yeah. He's like a fan favorite because he's like just hilarious.
Because he looks like us.
Yeah.
Dude, that's why back in the day, I loved David Wells. CC Sabathia. I mean, I hate the Yankees, but individually, when I see a player, I'm like, that guy just like CC Sabathia. He just looked like a baseball player. And I love those guys when they come out. They got the big baggy uniform. They're like in a Bugs Bunny cartoon.
Scott Brocious.
Huh?
Scott Brocious looked like he sold insurance.
Oh yeah.
But he still had like a physique. He wasn't like an out of shape. I didn't mean like a guy has like a fat face. He looks like he goes to Dunkin' Donuts in the morning, gets like an iced coffee. What are you doing today? Pitching. I got to warm up. Right after this curler, am I right? There's just something funny about that. But I got to tell you, though, dude, what's the name of the guy who looks like the state trooper on your team?
Matt Carpenter.
I fucking love that guy. Dude, the guy goes up. He has no batting gloves on. He's got a porno mustache from like the fucking 70s. And then you got another one of you guys. He's built like Paul Bunyan. And he's like, I think this is bullshit. Those big ass fucking guys that hit home runs and they come up with that fucking medieval sleeve and the thing on their shin and this stuff here. And they're hanging all out over the plate.
Yeah.
And you can't bean them or you get warned or all of that. Did you see that thing I retweeted about Hawk Harrelson?
No.
Dude, Hawk Harrelson said back in the day if somebody beaned him, he goes, yeah, I never charged the mound. He goes, what are you going to do? It's going to get broken up. He goes, if I was really pissed at a guy, I'd wait for him at the end of the game. And he goes, and I'd beat the shit out of him, the other pitcher. And the guys in the podcast are like, you did that? He goes, oh, yeah. That's another thing, dude. Like the level of scrutiny that's involved now. Like if some guy waited for another dude on another team and beat the shit out of him, it's like during the ass kicking, we would already know it was happening.
Oh,
he just did it, and then it probably went around the league. Yeah, you got to watch out for that Harrelson guy.
That's
I'm telling you, if you beat him, take a different exit out of the fucking locker room.
Dude, that's some real gangster shit. Like that's real man shit right there. It's like, no, we're not gonna have a little let it be broken up. We're gonna fuck. I'm gonna see you somewhere and I'm gonna beat the shit out of you in the parking lot, dude. And literally do it. That's gangster, man.
My favorite guy though, who's that guy in the Reds? who just went over and he fought the other team, just fought the whole fucking team. He put his hand up like this as they were taking him out of the game. This guy on YouTube does this great thing. Yeah, I'm going to beat the, she's like doing like saying like allegedly what he said. Obviously he did. He's like, yeah, I'm going to go beat the fuck out of those guys. He's like, all right, you're out of the game. He goes, cool. And he just ran over to the other team's bench and started fucking swinging. And he was huge.
Wow.
Fucking huge. Yeah, now that guy, there's a guy that I say he could play in any era. Of course, they wouldn't have let him back in the day.
I like how long baseball takes. You know, I got friends and people talking shit. Oh, it sucks. It needs to speed it up. Kids only. I actually do like when I'm sitting down and watching a 3-hour. I love sports. Why do I want it to be over? Do you know what I mean?
You know,
I don't want it to be over.
People who say baseball is too slow, you know what they are, Paul? They're morons. They want everything like now. And I'm not saying that like necessarily stupid, but those are like iPad, iPhone fucking people. If you don't like baseball,
scroll.
Yeah. They like, those are also people that looked at that Chiefs-Bills game last year and were like, that's the greatest playoff game I've ever seen. With the most atrocious defense I think I've ever seen in an NFL game. Forget about a playoff game. Oh my God. Can you imagine Ray Lewis watching that game?
Dude, 13 seconds.
He probably threw his fucking L-shaped couch off his balcony.
Dude, 13 seconds.
It was a fucking disgrace. And they've had a lot of those games. Dude, the Patriots-Eagles Super Bowl, I still to this day maintain that whoever wins that game, I said in the middle of the game, whoever plays on defense should not get a fucking ring. Except for the guy who caused the fumble to seal it for the Eagles.
That was one of the weirdest Super Bowls I've ever seen in my life. I was just saying something's wrong here. Not wrong, but it was just like, it was fucking like a video game, man. It was weird. It was like
both teams were in the prevent defense the whole game.
Guys just throwing bombs.
One of us didn't punt until the second quarter.
No, it was weird, man. Like
the punter's on his cell phone. No, Mom, I'm telling you, I'm in the game. I'm going to get in. You know, they're going to get a stop here.
Yeah, that was. Dude,
I just told everyone you were playing and you haven't been on.
And I was telling him, you have a really good leg. He could kick. I'm telling you, he's good.
He's funny if he had like a badass mom. Your son plays for the team? Nah, he's just a fucking punter.
What was I going? Oh, dude, NFL's coming up, man. We got what, 6 weeks? 6 weeks. I can't wait.
Yeah, but dude, what we have right now is the dog days of baseball. You got San Francisco's playing the Padres right now. I'm so fucking into it, dude. And I cleaned up my act, dude. I'm fucking Billy No Substances now. I got to get ready for Fenway. So no sticks.
You haven't been doing any substances, have you?
What are you talking about?
What you haven't?
Oh, Paul, I go through an 8-ball of fucking coke every night. No, I fucked up. I went on vacation earlier this year and I smoked a little weed thinking I'd be all right. And then I got through the movie and I didn't. And then the same thing happened with my drinking. When I was doing Efforts for Family and I had like a tour coming up and I was doing that show, just that workload. And then my wife was pregnant and everything. I started drinking too much. And the same thing happened with like weed. I'm like a habit guy.
You go in, man.
No, you know what it is, dude? I get it, and it's in the fucking house. And that's the thing. And it's just like, you know, if I only had cigars, we're down at I'm a member of a cigar club, dude. I joined in December. I've been there twice. Okay? Yeah, that's where I should keep my fucking cigars. I should have a locker and just stick them there. It's like, I want to smoke one, but like me, I just have it like right there. So for me, like substances is not like I'm an alcoholic. It's just like if there's like cookies in the house, I'm going to eat them. So, but we've had booze in the house for the last 3.5 years when I haven't drank, and I don't really even see it, to be honest with you, unless somebody I know that drinks comes over and has it. But like, so, and I'm really starting to think a lot of that fucking weed, now that it's legal, dude, like some of that shit, I mean, you take too much of it, you're like tripping. Like when I took too much when we were down in fucking Georgia, dude, for like 2 hours, I wanted to get out of that chair. I couldn't figure out how to do it. I mean, that's not weed. I don't know what that is.
No, dude, I can't fuck with that. I've already established that I can't handle that. I can't handle any, you know, I said before, I don't want to ever question life, you know, like while I'm fucking.
Paul, the last thing you need is introspection. You started where everybody tries to get with mushrooms, and I'm just worried that whatever you blocked out so professionally that if you took mushrooms it would come back up again, and I would see what I've never seen in my life.
That's exactly right.
An unchill Virzi. Yeah, I've never met a guy who doesn't. Most people I know could use a nice little mushroom trip to kind of maybe figure some shit out. You're like, dude, I just like sitting around, having a sandwich by myself and watching the breeze in the leaves.
Yeah. Dude, I'm going to tell you something.
It takes them a lifetime and they never learn that. I was somewhere recently. I was in France and I felt that. I was sitting out there.
Oh, dude, you sent me a picture of where you were and I saw where you were sitting and I saw the cigar you were smoking and I saw where you were staying and the trees and that outside. And I was just like, dude, that's fucking it, man. That's it.
We were in a place called Tours. Or Tours, or however you say it, France, which is like a couple hours southwest of Paris, just out in the countryside. Dude, we went into town. I felt like I was in like Saving Private Ryan. I mean, you could have shot a World War II movie there. It was fucking amazing.
Dude,
it was beautiful. And then, they had like a supermarket and shit, but like basically the downtown area was incredible. My wife took this really cool video. I had my son on my shoulders and I was walking down the street and there was a guy playing like an accordion, like outside some Italian, themed restaurant there. It was just, dude, it was fucking, I love France, man. I also love going over to Europe, dude. It's just fucking it's incredible.
I got something going back to what we were just saying. This is great. So I had a little party here, 4th of July. It wasn't as big this year because the day that it landed on, a lot of people were traveling, but we had some family, some neighbors, couple of comics, but we blew up the sky. We had a great time. Right. So I come home the other night. Right. And I come home the other night and I just see a pie. I see a fucking pie that like barely anybody touched. And I was like, oh, I could go for like a couple bites of dessert. I love a good pie. So I get it. I open it and I look and there's like coconut flakes on top of whipped cream. And I don't really know what kind of pie it is. So then I cut it and there's like this pudding in the middle. And then the
custard.
No, it wasn't custard. It was like I don't even know the consistency of it, but it was like a pudding and it had the crust was really good. So I just take a bite of this, right? And I'm not really a big cooker, dude. I swear to God, this is a true story. And I bite it and I go, oh no. I just keep eating it because it was the most delicious pie I've ever had. So I literally out loud, I go, no. And I was like, should I throw it out? So I'm biting it, I'm eating it. So I start texting people who brought the pie. So finally, we're on a group text with Giannis and his wife, Brittany.
Oh no.
So I texted Brittany and I go, Brittany, did you bring a coconut pie to our house? And she goes, I did. Oh no. Why? Is it terrible? I go, Brittany, this thing fucked me up. It's the greatest taste. And she goes, Paul, stop. So I was fucking with her. I go, I never had anything like it. I swear to God, I never had anything like it.
Did she make it?
She made it. And I go, I never had it. She's like, oh my God, it's my first time making it. I go, I never had anything like it. Right. So the next day we see them and I'm talking to her about it. And Stacy's going, okay, Stacy's the reserved one. I'm the one that goes big. Right. So Stacy goes, is there any of that pie left? Right. So I go, yeah. So we come home. Stacy takes out the pie. And and Stacy bites it and she just goes, oh my God, I thought you were exaggerating. And go, because this is Paul. And she just gives me, I go, I fucking told you. She goes, this is fucking life changing. I go, this is the greatest pie I've ever had. So then she calls Brittany and Brittany's like,
I love that she thought you were exaggerating because you go so big about everything. Even your wife's going, he's doing that Virzi thing again.
That's what she said. She goes, listen, I thought it was good, but she goes, I thought you were going too hard. And she goes, oh my God.
This pie is as good as Robinson Cano.
And she said to Brittany, she goes, Brittany, and Brittany goes, I'm going to make you guys a fresh one. But dude, I promise you, Bill, it was something with the crust and the pudding.
Hey, I'm going to be there next month. Okay. I'm going to swing by.
I'll have Brittany make the pie and we'll sit down and we'll do a coffee on the deck. All right, everybody, it is Freeze Pipe. It's time to grow up and stop smoking that shitty stuff, okay? New year. Okay. It's 2022. Technology is better. All right. Summer is here. All right. Everything is turning green. So smoking green should be just as pleasant as taking a refreshing dip in the pool. For the smoothest, coolest, and biggest hits you have to try Freeze Pipe. Freeze Pipe makes a unique line of freezable pipes, bubblers, bongs, and more. Freeze Pipes makes a freezable line of pipes, bubblers, bongs, and more for the coolest, smoothest smoking experience. Picture this. It's after dinner. You've survived a long day of work, hitting the gym, and it's time to fire up Netflix in a fat bowl. Only problem is your old bong sucks and leaves you with a scratchy throat and coughing problems. Ditch the bong you've had for years. Upgrade to an ice cold Freeze Pipe. I love how they're making weed sound refreshing. It's amazing. Science.
I'm just waiting for crack to become legal. Are you sick of the crack turning your lips black?
You're sick of losing teeth. Scientifically engineered to cool smoke by over 300 degrees. Freeze Pipe's glass pieces will have your puffing bigger clouds.
Jesus Christ, how hot is this weed smoke?
Bigger clouds with zero chest.
300 degrees would take your damn tongue off.
Hey man, it's good for me because I always get the burn in the throat. The secret is their freezable glycerin chambers that come on every piece. Pop one of these chambers in the freezer for an hour, and as smoke passes through, it's instantly cooled by hundreds of degrees. Cough less.
Finally, somebody figuring it out. That's amazing.
Yes. Cough less and relax more with your new favorite glass piece from Freeze Pipe. Shop for the smoothest hit now at thefreezepipe.com. Use code BETTER, BETTER, for 10% off. That's freezepipe.com and use code
The Freeze Pipe,
BETTER.
Paul. Freeze Pipe.
I'm sorry. That's thefreezepipe.com and use code BETTER, BETTER, for 10% off.
All right. BetterHelp, everybody. Now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. Hey, Paul, how would you take care of your car if you had to keep the same one your entire life? That's how our brains work. So why don't we treat them that way? What? I got totally lost in all that. How well would you take care of your car if you had to keep the same one your entire life? Well, me and Paul take care of our cars. I mean,
dude, I'm a member of the car wash. I'm there every week. You kidding me?
I'm a member. Well, they give you a little thing to get stamped. You get a free VHS tape with that. That's how our brains work. So why do we treat them that way, Paul? How we care for our minds affects how we experience life. So it's important to invest time and care into keeping them healthy. This interests me, man. If I can hold my focus here. There are plenty of ways to support a healthy brain, like learning a new language. Yes. Taking power naps. Yes. I do both of those.
I like that one. I like number 2.
I like them both, dude. There's also BetterHelp Online. There's also BetterHelp Online Therapy. BetterHelp is online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat only therapy sessions. You can play video games, Paul, and work out your problems. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy. You can be matched with the therapist in under 48 hours. You need to take more power naps. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/anythingbetter. That's BETTERHELP.com/anythingbetter.
All right, everybody, it's Helix Sleep. Helix has a quiz, okay, that takes you 2 minutes to complete and matches your body type and sleep preferences to the perfect mattress for you. Why would you buy a mattress made for someone else? With Helix, you're getting a mattress that will be perfect for you and the way that you sleep. I actually have one and it really helped my back. And I'm not just saying that. Me and my wife sleep on one every night, and let's just say it does the job. Okay. Just kidding. Everybody's unique.
Let's just say I'm going to need a new one in 3 months. All right.
Hey, Helix, where are those pillows? Everybody's unique, and Helix knows that. So they have several different mattress models to choose from. They have soft, medium, and firm mattresses. Mattresses great for cooling down if you sleep hot, and even Helix Plus mattresses for you plus-size sleepers. I took the quiz. and I was matched with, we were matched with the medium firm or the medium, and it was perfect. So if you're looking for mattresses for you, take the quiz, you order the mattress that is matched to you, and the mattress comes right to your door, shipped.
It was oddly intimate, Paul.
What?
I just know what kind of mattress you sleep on.
Yeah, like I like
offering that out there.
I like a medium firm. If you don't ever need to go to the mattress store again. Helix is awesome, but you don't need to take my word for it. Helix was awarded the #1 best overall mattress pick for 2020 by GQ magazine and Wired magazine. Just go to helixsleep.com/better, take their 2-minute sleep quiz, and they'll match you with a customized mattress that will give you the best sleep of your life. They have a 10-year warranty, and you get to try it out for 100 nights risk-free. They'll even pick it up from you if you don't love it, but you will. Helix is offering up to $200 off the mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/better. That's helixsleep.com/better for up to $200 off and 2 free pillows. And I think I had one of the pillows when I slept over at Andrew Themlis's, the Greek Freaks compound there in Beverly Hills, and I woke up with 0 neck pain. So get the pillows. There you go. Helix.
Hey, you know what? Medium firm, that describes my parenting style perfectly. All right. I have a gig you can jump on if you want.
Where are you going to be?
Arthur Ashe Stadium.
I might be away. Oh, I'm away.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm away.
Oh.
Arthur Ashe, in Queens?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. What date? What's the date on that?
I was hoping we could play a little fucking tennis beforehand, Paul. Bat the ball over the stage a couple of times. I might come out there in Wimbledon whites. A fucking headband, come out like McEnroe. Oh, dude, man, if I still had my hair, dude, I could pull that off.
Oh, my God, we should do that, where I'm Agassi, and you wear the wig and be the other guy, and we'll just
reenact God, are you fucking kidding me?
Dude, we'll reenact it. Who is his rival? Boris Becker or whatever?
No, Bjorn Borg.
Yeah, Boris Becker was a tennis player too, though, right?
Yeah, he was a redheaded German like me.
Oh, dude, you should wear the headband with the wig, and I'll be Agassi, and we just we try to reenact.
Oh, dude, you got to have his shit when he had the thing beforehand. Have you ever read his book, dude? Open?
I heard about. No, I heard about it. Dude.
Oh my God.
He wanted to quit, right? He didn't like it.
Dude, not only did he want to quit, he never wanted to do it. His dad just decided he was going to play tennis. He didn't even want to do it, dude. He's one of 5 guys who's won a major on all 3 surfaces, and he didn't even want to do it. He won on clay, he won on grass, and he won on the hard courts. It's just nobody does that, dude. Who doesn't want have some sort of love? But I remember when he met Steffi Graf, I think he was kind of apprehensive to say how much he hated tennis. And he finally told her, and she said, "Doesn't everyone?" I just think they get into it so young, and it so consumes their life and their ranking and the pressure.
That Jennifer Capriati, remember her? She was, I think, New Yorker, Long Island girl, Italian girl. She was ranked in the world. She was ranked really well, and she just started doing drugs, the pressure. She just fucking hated it.
Got a little money. She bought some furs. I mean, you know how it is.
Yeah.
You wait, dude. Your special's smashing right now.
Oh, dude.
Virzi's special is smashing.
Well, I want to thank everybody, by the way. The reviews I did radio in San Diego, and the guy goes, dude, he goes, are you guys rigging those reviews? He goes, usually we don't watch reviews. He goes, everyone's loving this thing. So thank you all for watching it. Nocturnal Admission.
In other words, they usually look for the negative one so they can read that on the air.
Yeah. But I'm really thrilled that people are loving it. And dude, I went to San Diego to the American Comedy Company, and my stress, I went back old school, Bill. Can't people hit me up? You want to go to lunch? No, staying in the room like I'm cramming for an exam in the dorm, and I'm just making sure. And I ended up doing an hour because I was thinking of you, fucking Bill, going yeah, you got to have a new hour. No excuses, joking. And I'm like, no, but he's right. I gotta make sure I got a new hour. I didn't want to go because people were hitting me up. Hey, you doing the same hour? Should we watch your special or come see you? And I'm like, you could watch the special and come see me. How about that? All right, fair enough. And then but it ended up.
No, dude, if you kill it on the special and then they come see you and you kill again with all different material, you got them.
That's
They're like,
kind of,
they're just like, all right, if they come to see you and you do the same shit, they're like, all right, I confirm this is the guy who says that stuff, you know?
yeah. Oh yeah, that joke does work.
Yeah. I thought they sweetened it on the special. Evidently, they didn't.
All right, Bill. So we're gonna go $100 tonight. Oh no, you said you got all rookies. So if you got all rookie pitcher,
I'll
who's
go
pitching?
$100. I don't give a fuck.
All
You know
right.
what I'm loving? The only prayer I think the Red Sox have against the Yankees this year is that we're going to get the wild, because people go on, you're 15 games back. It's like, yeah, well, back in the day that mattered. Now it's just like, if we can just get healthy, if we can get Sale back, if we can get Evaldi back, if we can get Walker back, if we can get Pavetta back. Dude, what's his face? Devers got hurt. Like our only all-star,
That kid's
I think.
a beast.
Oh yeah, dude, he is.
That kid's a beast.
Yeah, I just unbelievable fucking player, hitter.
How about the kid Jeter? The kid Jeter was named after Derek Jeter, and he beat us. And I was like, of course, there's a God. Of course,
somebody said it's so great to cheer a Jeter without having to say the Jeter name without saying goddamn before it. Some Red Sox fan. Yeah, but here's the thing though, like no true like sports fan, Red Sox fan ever, hated Jeter. I mean that was you knew the level of greatness you were watching.
Listen, it pains me to say this, and I've said it many times. Mike Francesa said it too. The best baseball town. Unfortunately, it hurts, but we have basketball because we're the best basketball town, which is a sin. We're not good, but you guys are probably the best baseball. You guys are probably the best baseball town. You guys.
What makes you the best basketball town? Just the talent that's come out of there?
I think the talent that's come out of there. I think the tournaments that are held there. I think like Rucker Park and West Fourth Cage, and I think like the way I think.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Nobody else has that.
I think street legends like New York City has like these street legends like Earl Madigot and all this stuff. You can look at like a documentary
the
on
GOAT,
that.
Right?
The GOAT, yeah. Like these guys would just show up, and a lot of them, unfortunately, were like poverty, drug, and then they would just show up to the court and be like these legends. Madison Square Garden.
I love that. Unfortunately, poverty, drugs, yeah, that white people fucking put them in that situation.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't know.
If the CIA hadn't pumped drugs into their fucking neighborhood, and if the powers that be didn't try to prevent them from voting for 100 years,
But here's the other thing. During the NBAs, like when the NBA had Dr. J and all that, the Knicks did win championships. So then they didn't.
No. The Knicks didn't win championships when Dr. J was in the NBA.
Well, Dr. J was a rookie when?
He was in the ABA. He played for the New York Nets, and then he played for the Virginia Squires, and then he went to the Sixers. But he went to the Sixers in the late 70s.
Oh, okay. So the Knicks won in 70, 73, and then never won. We had those runs in the 90s, but I've seen New York City when the Knicks are good. This is a basketball town because I've seen New York City when the Yankees win, and it's cool, and when the Giants win, and it's cool, but it's not like, dude, when we went to the finals against the San Antonio Spurs in 99, dude, the streets and bars, it was different. It was just fucking different. You guys in baseball, you guys have the knowledge of the game on a different, I really like, it's just the way you guys treated Jeter and Mariano, like you would boo hard to the guys that you respected. It's just a great baseball town. Fenway's a great park. I'm going to stop talking now before I get nauseous. Just kidding.
Why?
No,
I'm still bummed out you guys knocked down your old stadium. There was just something about just that fucking sound, man. The sound of that park was amazing. But progress, Paul, that's what happens. They just knock them all fucking down. So I'm in the bubble, dude. I got to fucking hit the gym, and I got to, hopefully the next cigar I smoke, I mean, this is a long way off, would be after my show at Fenway. However, I got Vegas coming up. I got Montreal.
Montreal's got that stogie spot.
I know.
But no, you got the discipline to, puffing one after
doing. I could absolutely do that.
You make the rules, dude.
Huh?
You make the rules. You smoke when you
No,
want.
but I know how I am, because then I'll have one. I'll be like, yeah, all right, I'm just smoking. That doesn't put on any weight. Just fucking kills you. That's all.
Nah, you'll be all right, man. Can you keep it to one a month? Can you do that?
I got a lot of cigars in the house, Paul. Like I have to have a benefit to give all of these things away. Dude, you know what Paul, I love my wife, but I'll tell you one thing that fucking drives me nuts is just every fucking place here is just a place for clutter. It just drives me up the fucking wall. Like, you go over to the copier machine, there's stuff set on top of the copier machine. So in order to just lift it up, there's this extra step of getting something out. The amount of shit that is in front of doors, Paul.
Yeah.
Or, hey, we're going to get containers to organize inside the fucking cabinets. And then it's like what you want is in a container, and then there's something sitting on top of the container. So you got to take something off to lift the thing up to get the fucking thing, and then there's something in front of the cabinet. It's just like, this is fucking bananas. It's fucking bananas, Paul.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's whatever makes them happy, isn't it? Isn't it?
I'm not trying to, Paul, this is right here. This is what happens. You see how Paul went up 2 octaves? Second I get going.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck, dude. She was yelling at me the other night. Listen, yeah.
Oh, Paul, I got a friend of mine. He goes hard.
She was yelling at me the other night, and then I was just like, "What? And she caught herself though. I go, "Why? There's no reason to, I think what it is when you got somebody like my wife and somebody like me, she likes, it's hard to have somebody be as calm as me when you're not calm. Does that make sense?
No, it does.
When you see somebody who's
also,
mellow,
like if you're doing like some meathead shit and she's trying to explain it to you and you're still being chill, that would be super annoying. I can see that.
Well, wait, why was it meathead? It's not meathead shit though.
Paul, we're meatheads, the two of us. We've just talked for an hour about nothing important. That should have been the name of this podcast. Nothing important.
There you go, Andrew. There's the title. But what else? What are we going to save the world? What are we doing? I love how people, what are we going to talk about?
No, that's my thing about, I got so much shit for that fucking Netflix thing I hosted. Because all I was doing, I went up there and was like, all right, all of this shit that I'm doing kills. So I know I'm bringing A material, but it's all topical and it's not going to be like worth anything. So I did my COVID shit and I did my Rittenhouse material. And oh my God, dude, you want to talk about fucking babies?
What they hit you up?
Oh God. It was like, I usually get it from the hairy-legged white chick liberals. Now I got it from the conservative side. Oh yeah, they call me a government shill. That's the funniest shit ever. And I just want to say to all of those fucking idiots, all of these people that, because I used to be like heavy into conspiracy theory and like Federal Reserve and all that. I mean, I'm still,
government shill.
I still like, I still believe in all that it's a fucking Ponzi scheme. And this fucking bullshit now where you blame ties for gas prices rather than it all comes down to the fact that we don't control our own money supply and there's no gold behind it and they just keep printing fucking money. Andrew will tell you that's what the fuck it is. So, but I fucking waved my arms about it for 5 years. Nothing. All I did was just meet other people with their eyebrows up, waving their fucking arms. Nothing fucking happens. And in the meantime, your life is going by. Yeah. So it's just like, and listen, man, if you want to start a fucking revolution, go ahead and start it. But I don't know what to do about it. So I'm not going to sit here flap my arms about the fucking Ponzi scheme for my whole goddamn life. And then what? And then I just die and I was that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to do. It's like I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't give a fuck about the style of government. I don't give a fuck that people are corrupt. I don't give a fuck. And all of these fucking lunatics that give a fuck when they got in power or what they wanted to have happen, get in power, the psychos from their group would get the power and they would do shit. It's like you look at it with all of it, dude. The Me Too, the fucking Time's Up, all of that shit, dude. It's just classic. Whatever the mission is, whatever it starts off, who doesn't agree with that? And then you just watch people harnessing Bless you, Paul.
Thank you.
Watch people harness the power of a movement, and it always, in the end, it's just becomes some corrupt fucking horseshit for whoever's, the talking head for it, for their own fucking self-interest. And that's why I like when people, compare like capitalism to communism and all of that type of shit. It's just like neither one of them's really that bad. The problem is that there's human beings executing it, and we're all fucking flawed. And there's greed, and there's power, and there's selfish people, and there's boats, and there's sticks, and there's all of this shit, and it just goes off the fucking rails.
That's 100% true. That's why I just make sure my kids are okay. I stay in the country. Oh, by the way, check this out. Stacy sent me a property in Italy because we're thinking about buying a piece of property in Italy. Like, dude, like less than $500,000 right by the ocean in Italy. Fucking beautiful mountainside. Kind of away from everything, fly out there, walk around the beach, go inside, have a good glass of wine.
Be it the whole fucking year, and then come out. You go out there.
Yeah.
Go out there, Paul. Learn how to speak Italian.
The only thing is, I just got to figure out how to get on. I just got to figure out how to not fly with people. I got to figure out how to get on a jet. I got to figure. They got to come up with a more affordable way than buying one. There's got to be a way.
What do you mean? You want to fly private?
Yeah, but not for the money. Like there's like that. What's his name? Joe G was saying you could do something where like you and like 8 dudes that fly like can get one, and it's like way less money. So it's
and then you feel like you're taking that second plane to Des Moines. You're still on a plane with 20 fucking people, dude. I flew on one of those back from San Jose, dude, and there was this guy who had
it's already funny.
Astoundingly worst toupee I've ever seen in my fucking life. Dude, it was like jet black, and it was the wet look. He looked like that. He looked like
shiny.
It was like he walked in and was like, I want to look like Mario Lopez in 1988. It was like jet black, dude, like a lion's mane. And dude, the hairline was so fucked up. And I was just going to Dean. I'm like, dude, is this guy fucking serious right now? Dude, the only thing that was missing on that toupee was a handle to just take the thing off. It was, and you know what's funny? He was self-conscious. You could tell he knew it. He was getting on the plane, and I'm just sitting there fucking with my shaved head, just his hairline going like, buddy. Look at you. You got a round head. You got nice pigment or whatever. If I can pull it off, you can pull it off. What are you doing?
Was it long?
No, he didn't do that. No, he had it, but it was like he was dyeing his hair. You see, it's a slippery slope, that trying to stay young.
Yeah.
So at first, it's like he probably started balding when he was young. So he goes out and he gets himself a piece, right? And then his piece is black, and then this shit starts turning white. So then he's got to get the shoe polish fucking going in here. Yeah, dude. All of a sudden, it's like you're Elizabeth Taylor every time you're trying to get fucking ready.
Oh, rest in peace to Paulie Walnuts, Tony Sirico, right? And James Caan.
Yeah.
Rest is, dude, man. James Caan, dude, unbelievable too, both of them. But James Caan,
they both had great runs. They both lived into their fucking 80s. We should be so lucky, man. That's great. That's a great run, and they lived their fucking dreams. I met that what's the name of the actor who played Paulie Walnuts?
I think Tony Sirico.
Tony Sirico, that's his name. Yeah, I met him one time at Gotham Comedy Club, and that guy was the real deal. Like you could see, like he lived a whole other life before he became like an actor. And there was like, you know, those guys where it just seems like they're like impulsive. You know, you're like, he had that thing where you're like, I don't know what this guy's gonna do.
Yeah, I heard. Well, he came from the streets and then got into acting, I heard.
Yeah, that guy you could tell was just a tough motherfucker. That's what I remember seeing. Is like, you know what? You know, usually, you know, you joke around as a comic. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna keep the wisecracks to myself with this guy.
What was your favorite James Caan movie?
Well, aside from The Godfather.
Yeah, I mean, Godfather was so good, but he was great in Misery too.
Yeah, you know, that maybe Misery, because you used to play him playing, you know, the first time I really saw him was Sonny, and with Misery, it was like he was just so fucking vulnerable.
When he was scared and he like nodded to her and you could tell he was like thinking of like how to get out of there. It was really good.
Yeah, and what I also liked about that performance is like you're just laying in a bed. He's basically like a head. So he can't like flail his arms around and do all of this shit. So he had to do it all had to happen here. And he absolutely crushed it. My God, that was such a
That was fucking dark, man.
Oh, when she comes with the cockadoodie something or other, I was like, oh my God, this chick is out of her fucking mind.
She was great when she went to Nice afterwards. Okay, tomorrow we'll have dinner. Yeah, bye. So it was just like, and he was just like, and as soon as she left, he's like looking around to escape and shit. Unreal.
Dude, you know, in the book, she cut his feet off.
Oof.
Which I don't get. Like, how did he not bleed out at that point? Like, how did she cauterize that shit?
Dude, when she broke his feet with that hobbling thing with that fucking hammer, dude, that was right up there with when Joe Pesci got buried alive with his brother in Casino, where you just have to just wince and turn around.
No, nothing was worse than that.
That was the worst one for sure.
That was the worst one. I mean, I've seen some shit in horror that is more grotesque, but the grotesqueness of it becomes like almost like animated, like it just becomes like a cartoon or whatever. But like that shit. Oh, by the way, dude, I actually stumbled onto this interview of Frank Abagnale or whatever. Remember that Leonardo DiCaprio
Yeah, I was actually
movie?
thinking about that. Catch Me If You Can. Frank Abagnale Jr. Yeah.
Frank Abagnale, dude, he's on Johnny Carson, and he basically, all the shit that he's talking about that he does, they put in the movie. Except for one fucking thing he did, dude. He tells this fucking story. He's staying at some fucking hotel in Miami. And he's like 18, but he goes, I looked older, so I told people I was 26. And he meets this smoking hot model who's like a fucking call girl. She's an escort. And he goes, what does it cost for the night? She goes, what do you think I'm worth? He said, I don't know, 300. She goes, more than that. So he basically settles on like $1,000, right? So he goes to give her a check. He goes, I'm going to take this check right now. He goes, I'm going to go downstairs and cash it. She goes, the hotel's not going to cash this check at this time of night. He goes, first of all, I own 30% of this hotel. Second of all, this is a cashier's check and blah, 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 and all this. He just made all of this shit up. All right. And he made it out for $1,400 because he wanted to get an extra $400 for him after he played this escort. So she goes, I'll tell you what. She goes, just give me the check and I'll give you the $400 extra. He said, good deal. So he banged her and she also gave him $400 with an escort. I mean,
that's in the movie.
Like nobody's ever done that ever.
Isn't that Jennifer Gardner?
That's in the movie Jennifer Gardner. Yeah, he
That's
doesn't
in the
say
movie.
He doesn't say that he owned the hotel, but it is in the movie.
Jennifer Gardner comes through. Yeah,
I'm an idiot. I can't even remember movies that I saw. I mean, that movie was 20 years ago. I just love Christopher Walken. Always, where you going, Frank? Where you going? Dude,
16 years old, he started that shit. But I was in a bathroom on an airline the other day on an airplane, and I'm going, he fucking ripped I'm like looking at how he physically did it. Like he ripped the panel off and like crawled through the bathroom. Like that's like at 16, like who's got the fucking balls to do that?
Dude, when your freedom's on the line, dude, they caught a guy one time making a hand glider out of like in jail, out of like dental floss and fucking bed sheets.
No.
Not saying it was going to work, but this guy was sitting there every day smuggling. Over the course of a year, he was smuggling a hand glider in his ass back to his cell. I'll tell you, dude, freedom's a hell of a thing.
All right. Here's a question for you before we wrap this up. This is a good question. You get
sentenced. Oh God! Next Wednesday's the tires. Maybe I'll get raped this week and it won't be as bad. Hey, at least it isn't a dick.
You're in jail for 25 years, right?
I kill myself on the first night. I'd be that guy in fucking Shawshank. I don't belong in here, man. I don't belong here. They're going, shut up.
See, I'm like positive, so I would try to get a group of guys to escape. That's like would be, even if it was delusional, my mental state would be like, let's try to figure out a way so that will keep me going. To like, can we get it the fuck out of here? And
you're in there with psychos.
Yeah, but you make friends. I would make some friends, dude.
Oh yeah.
There'd be a couple dudes that fucking took a liking to me for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure they would take a liking to you.
Hey, I don't mean in the shower. Yeah, that Paul Virzi kid's a nice guy. I just fucked him in the ass in the shower.
Funny guy. Funny guy. He's talking about escaping. That's what all the new guys say. Couple more rapes, he'll be fucking in here for life.
It was like in The Longest Yard, Chris Rock. He goes, in 9 months, he's gonna look like Beyonce.
Dude, the only way I would survive prison is the second I get in there, I gotta join like one of those Aryan groups and start acting like I fucking hate everybody. That's the only way I'm gonna survive.
No, but let's say you did survive the first 5 years and you made it to a
Well,
routine.
I'm a stand-up comedian who hasn't had a fight since junior high. I mean, I'm not gonna survive.
Dude, guys went in less tough than you that survived.
Yeah, but what did they have to do? I'm not doing that. So
look at what's his name, Andy Dufresne in Shawshank. The kid was just building a tunnel every day. That's what kept him going. That vision to escape.
I know. He also got fucking raped or whatever. He had his tunnel bored out before he fucking dug underneath the prison.
Dude, that's a nightmare, dude. Getting sentenced to. But
it is a nightmare. You know what's fucking blows my mind about that is like how nobody cares that just happens. It's like that's not part of the sentence. Look, I get it. If you're a child molester,
what if you didn't do it though? Too. What if
that's
you didn't?
another thing. Yeah.
That happens a lot more than people think. That happens.
I think if you just decide, well, no, I can't even do that because I've talked to other guys. They're going like, nah, man, if it's gonna happen, because if you just decide like I'm taking the ass kicking, dude, oh my god, somebody told. Yeah, so I've heard a couple stories from fucking. It's a whole, dude. It is just a whole other animal, fucking level.
Guards will let them get raped too. I think, right? Like guards don't get him.
I mean, I don't know how it goes down. I talked to a guy about it who used to work in there.
A guard goes, "Wait for me!" Fucking pulls his pants down. I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah, it's all you can do is laugh. It's fucking horrible.
That's fucking brutal, dude. Yeah, no, it's
pay your taxes, Paul.
But what happens if you do like some small shit? Like if you get to jail for like let's just say you go to jail for like
I think you just get stabbed, Paul.
No, but there's less levels, right? Like there's
yeah. No, there is.
Yeah, because you could like playing dominoes every day for a little while is not. You could hack 3 years, right? In a minimal security. Yeah.
I'm talking about maximums. Like, dude, if you notice when they do behind the scenes of jails, they don't do minimum security. It's fucking boring. They go right in there with all of those fucking gang members.
That'd be funny if they did a documentary on like the latest, so guys just playing cards all day. Dominoes. Guys like every day.
Bernie Madoff piece of shit.
Well, yeah. Those guys should have to fucking anyway.
Yeah, he should have been doing hard labor.
Yeah, like those CEOs just fucking get off easy. And then, dude.
Bury the money somewhere. Who was that guy who had like the $11,000 umbrella stand? And then he would throw these lavish parties with like the money, like the guilt. He would be throwing these parties with all the money he was stealing. The guy from, I want to say Tyco. It was some like kid toy thing.
Oh yeah, Tyco.
That bald crazy dude. Whatever happened to him?
Tyco was.
You remember him, Andrew?
I remember crazy.
There was a lot. Do you remember that publicist chick?
Yes.
She backed over like 11. They wouldn't let her in a club, and she had an SUV and backed over 16 people in the line. Drove away. The cops showed up at her house, and
Lizzie
her lawyer
Grubman? Lizzie
her
Grubman?
lawyer was there going, she'll turn herself in tomorrow. And they said, oh, okay. And it's just like, I didn't know you could fucking do that. Like that was, dude, you and I would have got charged with 16 counts of attempted murder with a deadly weapon. That would have been it.
Yeah, dude. If anybody wants to check out a documentary, I don't know if it's still on Netflix or whatever, it's called The Unreal Dream. This dude did 30 years in jail. He didn't do it. Him and his wife got into an argument the night before. She rejected him for sex. And he just wrote a note going like, you really made me feel rejected last night, blah, blah, blah. Left it there, goes to work at 5:30 in the morning. An intruder comes in at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, beats her to death. 4-year-old son's in the house. Guy leaves. Guy gets convicted to 30 years. And his son grows up, he has a grandson. His son says, like, I think you did it. I can't see anymore. The guy just fucking, all the inmates were going, dude, everyone says they didn't do it. He goes, we know this guy didn't do it. This guy didn't do it. And then years later, dude, they found through DNA, they found something in the backyard and they got the guy and then they got a confession and shit. The guy did 30 fucking years. And now he helps the Innocence Project, helping people. And I actually reached out to him. I go, dude, I just watched your documentary. I go, dude, it's unbelievable what you went through. I'm so glad. And he just goes, thanks, Paul. We had a really great team to get me out of there. It's fucking like, dude, like that's a nightmare. And he goes, I just surrendered everything. He goes, literally, when my kids said to me, I think you did it and I don't want you seeing your grandkids anymore. And I can't do this anymore with you. He's like, I just cried in bed. I just surrendered it to God. I prayed. And then he goes, and all of a sudden these things happened. The guy did 30 fucking years, man.
Oh my God. Can you imagine his son?
Oh, dude, the end of the doc is him with his son, him and his son and his grandson at the end. But yeah, like, because her side of the family kept telling the son, like, there's this note. He wrote her this note. He was angry, but he was just a good dude who just was saying his, that's fucking my bad, Dad. Got that one wrong.
So what do they always say? Don't write anything down.
Yes, but yeah, I know. They'll use that shit against you in court all the time.
Even if you write, I love you, sweetheart, they'll be like, he's trying to cover his tracks. No, I swear to God, we had a wonderful morning. I had an English muffin. She had a little coffee. I told her she was more beautiful than ever. Well, if you told her that, why did you feel the need you had to write it down? I don't know.
Why did you buy her jewelry? She wanted it. Oh, he bought her diamond earrings before he killed her.
If you look at his past, he didn't buy her anything for years. And then all of a sudden, I got a raise. It's just fucking over, dude.
I promised her I would get it when I made enough money. Yeah,
I'm a good guy. Only a piece of shit wife murderer would say that.
But, dude, I always say this, Bill. I don't know how defendants on the stand that are innocent don't fucking lose it in the court. That's the one thing, like, dude, if you're
Bob Soda Kenny told me innocent people get mad, guilty people cry.
Yeah.
Did you see Rittenhouse? Did you see Rittenhouse trying to cry?
Oh, God. Who's going? Yeah.
Nothing coming out of his eyes.
What's her name too? Amber Heard. You see her? She would go like, and my dog just made this.
She's an actress too. She can't cry on cue. Jesus Christ.
She goes, my dog. It's almost like she was like mocking herself. Yeah, guilty people can sleep. Like people that are innocent.
What level famous woman, Paul? Let's say you never met your wife.
Well, yeah.
That you were seeing.
Yeah.
What woman is famous enough, was good looking enough that you could look past her shitting on your bed?
No. Like I literally. And while she was squatting down shitting, she was knowing she was going to blame the Yorkie. While she was doing that, she's like, I'll just say the dog did it. Like, what a piece of garbage.
I don't think she did that. I think she did that. And then when it went public, she tried to say it was the dog. Maybe she was shit-faced and then did it. And then was like, that wasn't me. It was the dog. It's like, dude, the shit is bigger than the dog.
That's what Johnny Depp
goes. That's not a shit, Amber. That's a dump. You took a dump.
He goes, the dog's 4 pounds. There's no way that came from the dog.
It was a 6-pound shit.
What would Dr. Phil say? You
need to stop shitting on your movie star husband's bed.
How do you think the Yorkie felt?
No, he wouldn't
put down.
He would still blame Johnny, Dr. Phil. Well, you should ask yourself why she shit on your bed. Maybe there's something you need to do.
I want to see a Dr. Phil versus Steve Harvey in going back and forth with giving advice. Who wins that? Who do you got in a pay-per-view?
Oh, Steve Harvey would destroy Dr. Phil.
That's a pay-per-view I want to see.
Steve Harvey would fucking mop the floor with Dr. Phil.
I think he might win, but you think mop the floor?
Dr. Phil's a feature. He's a feature X. Steve Harvey's a headliner. That's one of the kings of comedy. Come on.
Oh shit.
That's not even, I mean, that guy before he got in the fucking business was a therapist. Steve Harvey, before he became, doing what he's doing now, was a stand-up comedian. He's still a stand-up comedian. Come on.
But Steve Harvey acts like a therapist right now, too.
Oh, let's go back. This just is reminding me of the Yankees and the Red Sox now. So I was saying my only hope now is that we get the wild card, and then you guys win so many fucking games. It's like this preordained thing that you're supposed to win it. So you just play a little tight.
That's what happened with the Mariners when they won 114 games. They lost.
I thought they won 130.
No. I think it's one. No, dude. That would.
Was it 120?
No, nobody's ever.
Andrew, can you look that up? How many they won?
Yeah, dude. Imagine that 130 and 32. Jesus.
What year?
God, that must have been 20 years ago. Just look up most regular season wins by a baseball team.
No, I want to say it was probably like 04, 03, 04.
Yeah, Paul, it's like 20 years ago. That's 19 years ago.
Jesus.
It's got to be like 20 years ago. Nah, I think it was 03 or 04.
I think it was like 19 years, 4 months. What? No, I think they were 114, right, Andrew?
Looks like the Mariners, 2001, 116.
116.
116, 2001.
2001, 116 games, got knocked out of the first round. Yankees lost the World Series that year to Luis Gonzalez blooper over the second baseman's head. That was a tough one.
Chicago Cubs in 1906, 116, and they played less games, so I think it was a higher winning percentage.
Yankees are going to win 110, I think. 108, 110. But
Red Sox are going to win 87. We're going to get the wild card on a one-day playoff.
And one of those 87 will not be tonight, Bill. I got 100 saying that.
Oh, I got 100 says the guy never heard of from the Worcester Red Sox is going to go out there with nothing to lose.
Is Chris Sale back?
I didn't know that Chris Sale pitched and destroyed a flat screen TV out in Worcester last week. He was fine. His location wasn't good, but look, dude, if we get all four of our starters back, we're way better than our fucking record. I mean, that's basically it. We're doing well against bad teams, I would say. But in the AL East, Paul, we are 0-8 in series against we have not won a series yet this year. So even if we win tonight, we'd be 2-2. So we'd be 8. Yeah. We 0-8-1.
What's the problem? Is it Cora?
No, it's not. No, it's why all of a sudden does he not know how to win a fucking World Series? I mean, the guy did it with a trash can and without a trash can. I mean, the man is proven here. So, but what's the problem? Well, at first, our starting pitching was the problem earlier in the year, and our starting pitching was not good. And then we weren't getting any run support on top of that. So we just started the year, dude. I mean, we lost like so many fucking games in the beginning, and you guys would just, I mean, by the end of April, we were already like fucking 11, 12 games out. And then our bats came alive, and the pitching was all right, and we sort of like righted the ship. Our bullpen's been decent. We don't really have a closer. We have a lot of problems, but then. Right as the hitting started happening, Evaldi got hurt, Pavetta got hurt, Walker got hurt, and Sale isn't pitching. So I don't know, dude. We're in a weird place. Or my father-in-law was saying, I hope there's like some veteran out there that we can just pick up as a closer, something to help maybe the bullpen or something. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is, Paul, but I've watched a lot of it.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Like you said, it's a long season. I got a little giddy early and I'm like, nah, it's too, you know what? God forbid Aaron Judge goes out, someone goes out, then it's a whole new fucking thing. So that's baseball. You know,
dude, how are you spending who are you spending $200 million on?
Nah,
you guys got $200 million out there, and it's just like, where are the big free agents?
Well, I think no, we don't have many. I think it's just old contracts. I think Stanton's getting a shitload. Giancarlo Stanton's getting a shitload of money. They're gonna give Judge money, but I think we have some pitchers on the books that got hurt. Severino, we were giving him money. Chapman.
Yeah, but like your whole fucking, I was joking with my buddy, that whole thing where the Yankees don't have to fucking, we don't have our names in the back of our away jerseys because who we are. It's like, I don't know who any of you guys are. Like, it's a bunch of like just regular people. I'm not shitting on them. They're all talented, but like, it's not like you went out and bought like, big time stars back like when George was around, So I was just curious as to so it's money left over from other contracts?
Yeah, I think, because look at our team now. Look who's on the field now. I mean, they gave Rizzo some money, but like, we don't have, we got that guy Carpenter. We got that, Kanafalefa guy. We got Joey Gallo. I mean, they gave little money, I think, but dude, they're going to give, what's it called? They're going to give Judge because Judge is, Judge wants to be a Yankee, but he wants that fucking thing that they all want at 30 years old.
He's 30?
He's going to be 30. Yeah.
Fuck. So he wants what? 10 years?
Yeah. He wants like that 10 years, fucking 250, 300. He wants to just, which basically means he's going to have 6 good years, 1 decent one, and then 3 bad ones where people are talking about how bad the contract was. That's just how those things work. He's going to, but it's like, do you want to, if he can get you 1 or 2, is it worth it? That's what they're looking at, but he's only been healthy this year, dude. They were saying on the radio, he's like an anomaly, dude. He's the only guy 6'7", 290 that plays in the outfield like that. His legs get beat up, dude. He's fucking gigantic. He's literally like an NBA size guy running around the outfield. Diving.
What about that fucking shortstop on Pittsburgh, O'Neal Cruz? The guy's 6'7" and throws like fucking 92 miles an hour to first base.
They showed him and Judge standing next to each other. It looked like 2 NFL players. It's like those guys are gigantic, So I'm worried about Judge, man. They had to give him a rest the other day because his leg was fucked up. It's like, he's never had a whole season good. So we'll see,
Wonder why that is.
I just think, dude, that the way he runs for that size, dude, his body structure, dude, he's like,
but there's NBA players like 5 inches taller than him run up and down the court for fucking 15 years and don't have a problem.
Yeah, but dude, imagine Gronkowski running in the outfield, diving for a fucking ball.
As opposed to what? Running down the field and getting tackled and fucking breaking ribs. I saw that happen at SoFi Stadium this year. He runs down the field, dude, and there's nobody tackling these guys. They're diving after a fucking ball.
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess it's just his bone structure, why he gets hurt. It's always his legs, too. But, look at that. What's it called? Anybody in the NBA over 6'11", all the injuries. Durant, Porzingis, it's all legs, man. Those guys look like fucking, those guys are like giraffes. They're just fucking,
I know, but there's a lot of big guys, though, that can play for a long time. Look at all the weight Shaq carried as a player. And for the most part, he was healthy. He had that toe thing. I remember that.
Yeah. Dude, Andrew,
I remember saying to somebody going, that's the beginning of the end right there. It's always the littlest fucking thing. And then you start adjusting to that pain, and then you fuck something else up, and it just keeps going from there.
Andrew, oh my God. Did you see that thing that I put on with that monkey with the hands on my story that was eating? Can we get that? Or if it's not on my story anymore, we can't get it, right?
Yeah, I'll take a look now. If not, I'll just drop it in.
What do you mean? But if it's not on my story, you can find it? Bill, you've never seen anything like this. The fact that this thing exists in our world lets me know, like, dude, fuck
What is it?
People went, oh, actually, if somebody responded to me, I can see it, right? If somebody responded to me, I can see it.
I've been responding to you throughout this whole podcast, and I don't see anything, Paul. I don't see a growth in our relationship.
Somebody just goes, what the fuck? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Andrew, can I send it to you? How do I do that, Andrew?
Either just
share, send to, and then you're
just hold it up to the camera. I think we get.
All right, hold on.
We'll be right back with old people with cell phones.
No,
how do I send a video?
Hold on.
Sound like me.
Can you see it?
Closer.
Bill, look at its hands.
Do the hands work?
Dude, if that's not one of the most horrifying fucking things you've ever seen. Look at its feet, dude.
Dude, that's what I'm going to look like when I'm 90.
Dude, I saw that and I was like, dude, that was like the fucking creature in Stranger Things' hands. Holy shit, man. There's some wild, dude, that was like a monkey bat. That was like a monkey bat, man. Oh.
No.
Dude,
we keep digging into the fucking rainforest, keep going further. This shit in there, we don't even know what it is, including like viruses and all that type of shit. That's the thing, people talk about like conspiracy theory with this COVID shit. They've been predicting something like, scientists have been saying something like this is going to happen for fucking ever.
Dude, I hate what they're saying now. They're saying the fall, buckle up because it's coming back big. And
what, COVID is?
Yeah. They said like it's going to
coming back big. What? I thought it was fucking like winding down. It's not as contagious.
They're saying some September, October shit. It's going to be bad. I'm just like, whatever. But dude, I was thinking about something. If me and you were camping and I saw that, Bill's the type of guy that wouldn't believe me. But you like, we're friends. I love you. You love me. I hope. But I would come back to the tent and be like, dude, I just saw.
I do love you, Paul, and you do know that.
I would go. I just saw a fucking thing that was a bat. It looked like a monkey, dude. Its hands, and Bill would be like, Virzi, it's probably a fucking no, dude. I swear to God, you gotta believe me. This thing had fucking potato chip ears. It was fucking.
I would just be like, well, Virzi, it was probably more afraid of you than you were afraid of it. All right, so then now there's two of us. We'll be fine. Listen, there wasn't a whole bunch of them, was there?
Yeah, you'd actually be good to be in a foxhole with. I'd feel confident with you in a foxhole.
Dude, I would be a murdering motherfucker. All I had to do was kill that first guy, and then that would be it. But I would have to get past that. Once I got past that, but my head's a pretty big target, so I don't know how long I would last.
Aim for his
big head. Can't get low enough.
Oh man. Bill, we got to start really thinking about this NFL season coming up. What are your Patriots going to do? I got to start thinking about what my Giants are going to do. We beat the book last year, everybody. So we're going to do some homework and see if we can come back and run it back, beating the book against BetMGM, which would be incredible. Andrew, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. Who's going to win the Super Bowl? We'll do that on week one.
I love that look. We'll do that on week one. And with that,
all right, everybody. Well, we are back. We had a little bit of a break. By the way, congratulations to Bill Burr for special dropping on Netflix. Bill Burr live at Red Rocks looks fucking incredible. The visual of that looks nuts.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one.
That's going to be a good one. So obviously check out one of the greats. Nocturnal Admissions is doing well. Keep checking that out. Check out Bill's Monday Morning Podcast, My Virzi Effect. Go to the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the Anything Better channel. We're back, guys. I know you guys are reaching out. There's a lot of shit going on 4th of July. We're back. Get the Anything Better podcast where you get all your podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, rate reviews. I know the next one's going to be, yeah, well, if they fucking could, we're back. Like the show, if they fucking do. Yeah, so there you go. Oh, guys, I will be in, I love how I'm going to talk like I know where it is. Near Chicago, Rosemont. I'm going to be in Rosemont, Illinois.
I thought Needham was the name of the town. Needham, Illinois. Needham, Chicago. Chicago.
I'm doing Zanies in Rosemont. They have a downtown Chicago, and then they have one in the suburbs.
They used to have St. Charles, and then they had Mount Vernon or some shit.
Yeah, I'm doing Rosemont Zanies July 22nd and 23rd, and then I'll be in Michigan at the Full House Comedy Club 28th through 30th. One of those dates is the Park Theater. So get your tickets to that at paulvirzi.com. You can get all those tickets. Check out Bill's tour. Make sure you get tickets to all the Bill shows if they're not sold out yet. And this has been episode 65. Andrew, am I missing anything? No?
I used to love doing that Zanies run. You did the downtown
never did
one first. Yeah, then you'd go out. One of them was like this giant fucking like resort type thing. Oh, my son just woke up. All right, dude, I got to run here.
Look at that timing.
Poor
Look
guy.
at that timing. It's like it was planned.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Oh, $100. Yankees, Red Sox tonight. Good luck to you. And I'll see you guys soon. We'll be back with 66 next week.
All right, guys. I'll see you.
Later.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.